Hi everyone, Gord here from Dotsy's, just here to show off some beautiful, fun special effects stuff for Halloween or just for fun, freak out your parents, whatever you want. So what I'm going to show today is just a very simple cut. Very basic, very simple, very minimal products needed. So all I'm going to use for this will be handy dandy toilet paper. Yeah, that kind. And then we're also going to use some red and some black wolf and cheek effects makeup, which is available in the links below. Lovely handy dandy liquid latex. You're not allergic to latex, are you? No. Perfect. Sorry to tell you, it kind of smells like cat pee. I know, but it's going to be sticky. And then some Q-tips and some other miscellaneous fun, and of course a little bit of blood. So very simple, minimal kit, and even you can perform beautiful cuts with very simple stuff. You ready? You don't have any hair on there, do you?
No.
Because if there is hair on there, when you go to peel it off, it's going to rip the hairs out. So it might sting a little bit. But at that point, you're not going to be in my chair. So just kidding, she's a friend. Alright, so first I'm going to take latex. You ready? It's going to be cold and smelly. So we're just going to make a very light base coat of latex. The one thing you have to remember with latex, I am using just a scrap sponge because once it dries, this latex will become absolute garbage. Because once ever it dries, it will never come out. There is apparently some products that will get it out, but I don't trust them. So now I'm going to take my toilet paper. This has been ripped into ply, so this is just the single ply version of the double ply. And I'm going to lay it on top of the latex I just put down. It does smell a little bit, doesn't it? We'll pat that out. So the trick with latex to make...
I can't breathe.
It's not that bad. Come on. You're fine. So the trick with the toilet paper is you don't want to leave any of these straight edges. So on this first layer, I'm going to go a little big. So that way you'll be able to blend it out a lot easier. So my example is this little straight edge here. You can get it to disappear, but it'll be easier if you just do it while it's wet. Now let's go back over it with just a titch more. So that's going to be your first layer, and that's going to blend out that edge so it'll be a lot harder to see. So now what I need to do is I need to build up the center so when we go to rip it or cut it, it will be great. So this is the good base for a simple cut. It can also be an easy slit throat. It's all the same techniques, just different placements. You all right, buddy?
No.
No, come on. You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say, oh yeah, this is wonderful. I love it.
Okay, yeah, this is wonderful. I love it.
There you go. Welcome to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Just kidding. She's having fun. Right?
Yeah.
Stop. I'm supposed to be the funny one. Okay, so I'm just going to go 2 or 3 layers. I like it nice. But you see how I'm not going past. I'm just staying right in the center. Because what that's going to do is that's going to give me the technical term, more flappy skin. Because I like a nice flappy cut. It's true. Okay, so now, this part. Don't move. Okay? So be just gentle, because this is very pokey. It's not really that pokey, I'm just playing. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little registration here. So when the latex dries, it makes it a lot easier for me to find and be able to pick. Because if you let it dry too hard, the latex is a rubber, so it's going to be a lot harder to pick at it, and then you're not going to make a beautiful cut. You're going to make more of a, I don't know, a mess. Because you don't have to pick at it because it's going to be rock hard. So we're just going to let that dry for a few minutes here, or a minute or two, just to make sure it's dry. Yeah, that's pretty wet. Usually I use a hair dryer, but I forgot it in my closet. Alright, so that's YouTube magic. Whoa, it's dry. So now what I'm doing is I'm using Star Blend's Natural Buff. Beautiful. But you can use any powder, baby powder, doesn't matter. I like to use the Star Blend skin tones only because then that's going to save me a step of coloring it later. Kind of does it for me. So the trick with latex is if you don't powder it, it will stick to itself. So if I want the big flappy skin, you'll see when we cut it here. If I want it to be flappy, I'm going to powder the top so then it won't stick. If I was doing a zombie or a burn or something, which I'm sure will be in a future video. I wouldn't powder it because I want it to stick to make the droopy skin and nastiness. So you don't have to get too fancy, just enough to do that. Alright, buddy, ready?
Yep.
Just so you know, I'm not actually pulling your skin or picking your skin. It's only going to make the illusion of. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get under that registration mark. You have to warn, definitely if you're working with children at Halloween, you do have to warn them a little bit that you're not pulling their skin, because the illusion of it sometimes will freak them out. So sorry here, I'm just going to have to... So then all I'm going to do is... I'm just going to rip on into your skin here. Alright, so there's... Got my flappy skin. I'm just going to add a little more powder because it was kind of still a little damp underneath. And then the other thing that will really take it up is if you cut it with scissors. I did it with my hands, and you can see how it's kind of... I can still go in and rip it and tear it, so you don't have that, once again, that nasty straight edge that you'll never get to. You alright, buddy?
Yeah.
You got this. We're champions. Alright, so I'm just going to take just a little bit of black. And this is just to darken it. Now I am using water-based face paint. I like water-based for cuts because it blends easily. If you are a face painter, or if you are married or dating a face painter, best advice I can give you, don't use their kit, because they're going to get mad at you. So if you're anything like me, I like to mix my paints, and face painters don't usually like them. But for now, because I'm not using 100% my kit, I have to be a little nice. It smells like mints. So I'm just going to go in here with a little bit of red. There's a little bit of yellow in that red. I'm sorry, everybody. Just give me a second. There we go. So I'm just going to fill her in here. You alright?
Yeah.
That's my buddy. Now I'm going to paint a little bit. So really the paint job is... The paint job's very... It doesn't have to be perfection. All you're trying to do is just give it a little bit of color, because your fake blood is going to take over the color. And then I'm going to do something a little special with this one. Just because Ella doesn't know yet.
Shelly told me.
No, she didn't. YouTube magic. Alright, so then what I'm going to do next is I'll come in with a little bit of blood. This is gel blood, also available at Dossie's Entertainment Company, in the links below. I like using these makeup applicator Q-tips. So it's got a nice little fine point there and then a wide tip. I like to use these for all kinds of different things, but I like it definitely for this gel blood because it is sticky. It's okay, you got paint. So all you're going to do is just come in and... Once again, it doesn't have to be pretty. And as I said, the inside, for definitely with this one, because I'm going to do something a little different, doesn't have to be perfection. That's fine. You're bleeding. You've been cut open. Oh! Alright, so there's that. So now for the creme de la creme, camera zoomed in on this beautiful thing. I want to take this beautiful sewing needle. Yes, it's real. Yes, it's ouchy. I have my blue thread. Makes great stitches. So all you're going to do is you're going to come through and act like you're a surgeon and stitch her up. And if you watch enough medical shows, you should have little scissors and clamps. So we'll do one stitch. You can leave them a little bit long just because it looks cool. And then just go, ugh. Make sure you don't actually stitch the real skin. Oh, gross.
It feels like it's supposed to hurt.
That's right? That's what I said in the beginning. You gotta make sure you tell them. You're not really